Welcome back to the channel. How are you? Okay? And if you haven't seen this before, if this is your first time here, then hello. Okay, before we get started, if you do like this video, don't forget to give that like button a bit of a tickle. Okay, and hit that subscribe button. You'll be doing me a massive favor. Thank you. Okay, so before we carry on to the subject matter of the video, I do want to issue an apology. So in a previous video, I said that Eddie was quoted as saying that he can beat any British heavyweight by this time next year. Well, I misquoted him. Whoops. Firstly, it wasn't Eddie who said it. It was his coach. And secondly, his coach didn't say that. His coach said that he'd be ready to fight, not beat. He'll be ready to fight any British heavyweight this time next year. So apologies for misquoting them, and apologies to Eddie and his trainer. Sorry about that. Whoops. I will endeavour to read articles more in depth next time instead of going, that's fine. I've read it all now. I got it all up here. I didn't. Okay. And so I apologise for that. Another criticism I had was about my sort of feedback on when Eddie's on the pads and he throws the left hook, and I said he's open to, I said a right cross. Thor is a southpaw, okay? So it wouldn't be a right cross, it'd be a right jab or a right hook. So he's open to the right anyway, okay? So let's get that substantiated. He's open to a right. And someone said, well, what's he supposed to do with the hook after he's thrown it? Right? Put his other hand in? So, no. If you watched the video correctly, perhaps I should have explained it a bit more as well, but if you watched it, a few seconds later I said that he was looking away. So you've got two types of hook, and I think Eddie was throwing the sort of American type hook where the thumb's facing upwards, and you throw it around like that, and it comes looping around, okay? Then you got the more sort of European British sort of hook, which is a bit of a tighter hook, and what you do then, you come around with the thumb facing towards you. It comes in this way, okay? So you have the hand there, comes in, boop, your hips come in, comes around. Either one is fine. You can use one at close quarters and one further away where you're coming around like that or moving around to the side. Now, when you throw a hook, right, watch where I'm looking, okay? Okay. I'm looking towards my opponent. When Eddie threw the hook, or it could be that one, okay? He threw the hook here. He did have his hand up, I think, all right? But look where he threw the hook and looked this way. Bop. At least if you're looking at your opponent when you throw the hook, okay? When you look at your opponent, at least you've got time to be able to react if he does throw something. Duck out the way, bring your hand back, cover, move back, shuffle out the way, whatever. Okay, at least you got some time. So whenever in my opinion, of course, just my opinion, right? And I'm sure there'd be people who might disagree, but in my opinion, if you're working on a bag or working on the pads, you've got to make it as realistic as possible, all right? So when you're on a pad, you don't go bup, 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 and then go, whatever. You throw your punches, bam, 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 and then you stay ready, just for a few seconds, as if you was fighting a real opponent. Let me show you some footage of Tyson on the pads. So do you see, so here's Tyson on the pads, okay? Back in his heyday, I think he's probably 19 years old, 20 years old, maybe there. And watch when he throws. So he throws the hooks, okay? And once he finishes throwing the punches, he's ready. He doesn't just drop his hands and look the other way or look away. He's ready looking at his opponent, just in case the opponent attacks, or he's ready to launch another attack, another offensive, okay? So he's always, after he finishes his punches, he's always there defensive then, ready for anything that's coming. And that's what I would, recommend anybody do if you're doing the pads, is to do that. Anyway, so that's my defense of my criticism of that particular situation. And how awesome was Tyson? Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, a man could hit. So, on to their conditioning now. And there's some speculation as whether, the size of the arm, whether they can be fit enough or get their cardiovascular fitness up to a level where they can fight, numerous rounds without getting tired out. Because they're such big fellas, obviously the more muscular you are, it's great for strength, but not good for endurance, because it requires a lot of blood, and the heart has to work very hard to get oxygen around that body, okay? So what I wanted to do is look back at their past, and I'm sure some of you are probably already aware. So let's start with Eddie. So Eddie was an extremely good swimmer. Around 11, between the ages of 11 and 14, he was an excellent swimmer, and he could have gone on to the Olympics. He was winning medals all over the place. I mean, look at the shape on him here. It's ridiculous. But what happened was he fell out with his coach. He didn't get on with his coach at all. The coach, he said that the coach was overtraining them. He was pushing them too hard, and he fell out of love with the sport and stopped swimming and had enough of it. So he thought, well, I'll just start going to the gym instead. And obviously he went to the gym, progressed, realised, wow, I got a gift for this, and carried on and became the world's strongest man. Now, let's go over to Thor. And I didn't know this until recently, that Thor was a really good basketball player. And so he started around about the age of 10 or 11. And he got to a point where he was representing Iceland for his age group. He was really good. I think he was averaging around 7 points a game, which is not up there with NBA players. Of course, I think the average for them is about 9+, unless you're the elite players. But he was still, a pretty decent player. And he had to give it up because he broke his ankle about 3 or 4 times, and he decided, I can't do this anymore. I keep damaging my ankle. And he's going to, potentially cause permanent damage, so he wanted to stop. And he started going to the gym, very similar to Eddie's sort of story. The gym is his second home. Started going to the gym, lifting weights. And in that gym was Magnus for Magnusson, another excellent strongman from years ago, really, really talented strongman. And Magnus for Magnusson encouraged him to go and try some strongmen competitions. And he went from there, and he became the world's strongest man. So it's quite funny how their stories sort of are quite similar at the beginnings. They were in a certain sport and had to leave for whatever reason, took up weight training, ended up in strongman. And there's a progression to where they came. So they have got some background where they've had to use their cardiovascular system, and they've had to have good conditioning. Running around a basketball court, you've got to be pretty fit, and swimming, you've got to be pretty fit. So cardiovascular wise, yes, but and it is a big but. Like I said, they are big guys. Hopefully, they're going to lose a little bit more weight so they don't blow out, in the second or third round where they're just hugging each other and throwing punches. I don't know. For those of you who have ever experienced, fighting in competition, or as a martial art or boxing, it's hard work. It's really hard work. And you think, hitting pads, you can run all you like, hit the pads all you like, hit the bags all you like, and you can spar all you like. But when you get in that ring, your adrenaline's going, it's the competition is there. You got the other guy wants to beat your shit out of you. Okay. So you're like, and all that energy you're expelling. And after a few rounds, you go a hard round. The next round, your arms feel like they got lead weights in them. Okay, so and that's and that's even at lighter weights, let alone being 25 stone plus. Okay, so that's my opinion anyway. Again, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. This video wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the comment section. I got most of the ideas for this video from your feedback and the comments. So, it's great. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Okay, I'll see you soon.